What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell, Whispers from the Stars. It's been a little while for us recording. I'm, of course, your GM, your DM for the night, Jumbo Thick. We are joined by almost the full crew of our cast here. I'm a little off. Regardless, though, unfortunately, Miss Kayla will not be joining us. But we got everybody else. So let's do brief introductions just so we remind ourselves who we're playing tonight. Let's start with Matt.
Hello, everyone. I play Rogar, son of Amu. He is a dragonborn barbarian. Um, he is the path of the dragon, a unique subclass. Um, yeah, and
Yeah.
he's level 13.
Level
Level
13
13
for now.
for now.
And how about we slide on down to Dan Decker?
Hey everybody, Dan Decker here playing Razar. Yes, he is a clericon, mistress of the Temple of Blades. And like everyone, level 13, looking eagerly ahead to becoming overpowered.
Overpowered indeed.
At the or dead. Who knows?
Or
It's not over. It's young. It's young.
Right.
We'll see how it goes.
Slide on over to Alan, 2209.
Yeah, I play Tristan Burrell, a elf wizard who might be on his second death shortly.
We'll see. We'll see indeed. And last but not least, Andrea.
Hi, I'm playing Zune, a drow bard, resident fuckboy, and total clusterfuck. I'm so sorry for the situation we're in.
Fuck boy, got it. I mean, it's on brand. It's on brand. Regardless, though, let's get into tonight's episode then. So, last we left off, the party has found themselves in a bit of a precarious position, as it has been in a way split. As Tristan Varel was shunted through a portal into an unknown space outside of the ruins of Castle Razor. As all of you were attempting to flee from the dungeon that you escaped from, but then the battlefield between the remnants of what remains of the Mar and the surprising forces of one Kezon Thunderstrike, his cadre of cultists and apparently hive creatures. As you were fleeing, you managed to get outside of the castle ruins. After slaying one of the pillars of the Mar, there are only two left that you know of. And as you were making your way through the broken down remnants of the city before you got to the outer wall of the ruin, you were stumbled upon by a group of cultists, in particular, two cultists that had a collection of hive warriors that they appeared to be giving orders and directions to. The crew were set upon. You were able, in the long run, to take down the hive warriors, as well as destroying the grisly, sightless fanatics of Kezan in the process, but not before one of them was able to open up a eldritch gate and whisk Tristan Varel away. And we are actually going to be picking up with one Tristan Varel, so the rest of you can just hang tight for a moment, and let's see how this transpires. So, Trist, you are dropped unceremoniously from an elevated portion, almost like you'd be dropped at from a ceiling level. Not enough to actually hurt you, but enough that you kind of free fall and just kind of hit the ground. The space is completely dark. You do hear the sounds of battle and even the shouts and screams of bloodlust of your companions, muffled, but close enough for you to still be able to hear them. If you remember correctly, there were still 2 rounds passed before the fight outside was over. after Trist was whisked away. Suddenly, Trist, as you begin to gather yourself, you begin to sit up. The ground is, it appears to be like a stone floor. You're indoors somewhere. You're not exactly sure where. But suddenly there is the strike of an illuminated candle. And as it alights, many other candles alight around the room that you find yourself in. The room itself is not very big. There's only apparently about a 10 by 10 space that is usable. The rest of it is collapsed, and you appear to be in the remnants of a building in a singular room that has somehow had its roof stay intact. The rubble clogging most of the walls, forming like these just like dune-like walls, essentially, that are just marred with debris of stone, wood, any other remnants that this building would be a part of. You don't... you have... I mean, your passive perception is extremely high, so I'm giving you quite a bit here. You can see a semi-functional door. However, standing in front of the door is a hooded figure. The candles in the room, there appear to be 12 candles, including the one that the humanoid is holding. And as you look down, you notice that there is a eldritch pattern that has been drawn into the ground, stained with some kind of red fluid, probably blood. And you feel funny being in its presence, Trist, almost drained. The individual is wearing a plain cloak. However, you recognize the bandages across their eyes as the hood falls back, revealing a oddly reminiscent Kezan Thunderstrike if he was an elf and not a hobgoblin. Blind, apparently, with the bandages, or at least you assume so. Same markings, the same scars, almost identical. His dark robes covered in glyphs and sigils that weren't there before. The wicked-looking blade on his hip, somewhat disturbing, being this almost like silver black blade that he is currently slowly pulling out of its sheath. He takes a step forward, Trist. And you should have heard me out, Varel. In fact, I'm going to give you one last chance. We could be working to keep the others from returning. I'm already breaking one to my will. All I need now is the vessel and the keys. If you pledge fealty to me right now, I'll let you go. If not, the blade pulls free of the scabbard.
Well, I've already been associated with one so-called master who's now dead. I don't feel like going with another one.
Goodbye, Varel. And we are going to be entering combat, Trist.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll initiative, please.
16.
Right. Frist, you have initiative.
All right.
You are within like 5 feet of each other.
Yeah. Because we're so close, I will attempt a. Nope, that's with disadvantage. We'll do the old cone of cold.
Jeez, the old cone of cold.
The cone of cold.
Okay then. All right. He
Con
is
save.
definitely going to counterspell that for sure.
Okay.
He will spend a 5th level slot,
Mhm.
and he is going to counterspell that unless you do
Okay.
something else. You're gonna counter. It's up to you.
No, because I need this 5th level spell slot.
Okay.
My second 5th level, I'm going to need that.
You could
So-
counter and roll for it.
I'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot.
All right. You have to roll an intelligence check. You have to beat since it's at 5th level, you have to beat a 15 on your check.
Is it a straight roll?
It's just whatever your intelligence check is, because it's your
Sure.
spell casting ability roll.
It was only 12.
It's not going to quite be enough unless you got anything else that can swing it.
No, I'm a little tapped out from the other
Okay.
stuff we were doing.
All right. It's almost like Kezan planned it out. You go to unravel a space, just a fleck of time, and as you do, Kezan very quickly, he draws his dagger completely free of the sheath, and as he does, these like eldritch whispers erupt. In the process, you lose concentration of your spell, and it dissipates, leaving you somewhat open. Mr. Thunderstrike is going to surge forward, and let's see here. He is going to attempt to stab you with the sliver of madness.
I will reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Temporal shunt.
Temporal shunt? Oh, I think you just used your reaction to try to counterspell.
Fuck.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. He moves through.
Yep.
He's gonna try to stab you.
Okay.
First attack
So,
is a
16. So he has to beat.
the first attack's an 18.
Okay.
Okay. That is going to be not a lot. 11 psychic damage. And you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. It's an 8.
An 8. That is going to fail for sure. Oh man, where's my... Where is it? Son of a bitch. It's on my phone. Pull it up real fast. We get to roll in the madness table. So you're about to gain a short-term madness, my friend.
Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
57.
57. All right. You realize that your hands are blasphemous tools. Roll me a D10. We'll see how bad this goes. It could go good. Could go bad.
5.
5. You refuse to use your hands for anything keeping the hidden from view. If someone stares at them, it makes you extremely uncomfortable and defensive. Doesn't really do anything. You're just temporarily you have a bit of insanity right now for the next 2 minutes. Okay. as suddenly you're just something wrong with your hands, Trist.
Mhm.
Something's up with them. Does he see something on them, perhaps? I'm not sure. But you've been afflicted with a short-term madness. And he's going to attack you again. He gets 2 attacks. Second attack is a... That's not going to hit. A 13?
Yeah, that'll miss.
Misses. Second slice misses as you begin to backpedal. That's the end of the round. However, you will notice that there is a eldritch whispering aura around him. And you will need to make another wisdom saving throw, Trist.
Save 3.
That's definitely gonna fail.
Hmm?
You're gonna take an additional 11 psychic damage, Trist. As you begin to reel backwards, the echoes and almost like these strange screams and whispers in your head. Kezan takes a step back, and you could have at least bought yourself more time. Thought you were smarter than this. Let's see here. That's going to be the end of the round, Trist.
Okay.
So we're going to open on you. You can ask me anything before we get into your turn if you'd like to know anything, what's going on.
Was it just him?
In this very small space, he's the only one you see.
Yeah. Who says I'm not trying to buy some time and I want to come at him again? Another spell.
Okay. Let's see what you got, Trist.
Let's see here. We are tapped on second and thirds. So we are going to jump to 4th level, which to avoid all my disadvantage checks, it's going to be a lightning bolt.
All right. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
I mean, he's going to use a 3rd level slot to counterspell.
Yeah, I can only do that 4th level, so I assume he has to make his check.
He'll make a check. So you're doing it 4th, so he has to beat a 14. That is it's a 14 right on the money. I rolled a 9.
Right.
So I'm sorry, Trist. It's gonna dissipate.
Yeah, that'll do it.
As it unravels, Trist, as you try to muster up one last spell. As you do, you hear outside the fighting stops. You hear several of your party members calling out your name, searching for you. Is that going to be the end of your turn, Trist?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Kezan is going to take a step back from you. He kind of like looks you over, which is strange since he doesn't appear to have eyes. And he is going to it's a tough one. I need to check on the spell first. Okay. All right. I need you to make another wisdom save, Trist.
All right. Is it casting a spell or is it an innate ability?
He is casting the spell.
Okay. I will now attempt to temporal shunt for my last 5th level
Okay.
spell slot.
All right. Is it a con save?
It's wisdom. What did
Wisdom
it do?
save?
Yeah, wisdom 18.
Okay, he has wisdoms as saves, but he only gets a 15.
He's banished.
He's
Unless he
temporarily
counterspells it
he's temporarily
or
banished.
something.
No.
Yeah.
He goes to you watch his hand, the dagger. He plunges the dagger through his palm, straight through, and you see the blood begin to pool around the outside of the blade. And as he's beginning to pull it free, you very quickly shunt him out of time and space for but a moment.
Mhm.
It is now your turn, Trist.
Yes. I don't have any of these spell scrolls on me because they're all in the bag of holding. So I will attempt to shout out.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception test real fast?
Perception. Disadvantage.
Now there is a door. I will remind you there is a door as well.
It's only an 8.
An 8. The candlelight is what's mostly illuminating this room.
Mhm.
But you can still hear your companions. You're not sure the direction. It's muffled underneath the rubble. Unfortunately, with an 8, you're not going to get much more than that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if that's pretty much it. If I can't see or anything, I don't have
Okay.
any ways of teleportation, so.
All right, so you're going to give me a shout. How do I want to do this? Let's have the rest of the party make perception tests. Yes, I will grab Velree. Make hers real fast. Velree got an 8, so, it is what it is. Let's see here.
For like a performance or something.
Rosar got a 15.
Had to roll a disadvantage, otherwise it would.
I know.
Success.
Why don't we have Trist? I mean, you're so weak right now too. How many levels of exhaustion do you have?
4.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, you're physically weak right now. Why not? Yeah, give me a
Okay.
performance test.
Oof, that's a 1 and a 4 for a 2.
It's quite low.
Yes.
All right. So I was starting you. Basically what I was doing is I was starting the DC at 20, and I was going to lower it by whatever Trist rolled, and the DC's an 18. So no one hears you, unfortunately,
That's
unless somebody can re-roll, which I don't think anybody can.
And Velree? Does Velree still have any luck?
Let's check. Velree has a single dice.
Okay.
So I will roll one more time for her. 16. Not gonna make it. Unfortunately, it was close. It was close. He comes back at the end of your turn, Trist.
he comes back, I think, at the start of his turn.
Started. Okay. So
Yeah, either way, I mean that point doesn't matter.
all right. So you scream out. Do you want to move? Are you attempting to go anywhere? Is that going to be it?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably move the very minimal movement that I have
Okay.
in this enclosed space as well.
All right. You kind of like move around, trying to shift to a different view.
Yeah.
As soon as you move across the room, we'll say that you kind of like move towards the door. The temporal shunt breaks as Kezan is shunted back into the current timeline. He shunts back into place, and he He looks around, somewhat knowing that you did something. As he turns, he is going to... He's had enough of you.
Yes.
He is, instead of doing that, he's going to cast... Gotta make sure I pull the spell up.
There's no way that Velree had any she wouldn't know to use the bardic inspiration. Does Velree still have bardic inspiration on her?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He is going to cast Thunder Wave at 8th level.
Oh.
So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Excuse me, at fifth level, not 8th level.
Classic for Kazan, Thunderwave.
Exactly.
Ooh. 21, 2 17s.
2 17s. You do pass. However, you take half damage.
Yes.
Let's see here. So that's going to be
critical moment right here.
I rolled extremely low for that. 29 points of thunder damage reduced to 15 points of thunder damage.
I got 1 hit point left.
Actually, no, it would be reduced to 14.
I got 2 hit points left.
Thunder Wave is indiscriminate, Trist. Your back's up against the door. In a fit of rage, he turns around and just sweeps his hand, letting the blood that was coating his blade flick forward. As it does, it turns into a cascade of these black tendrils that appear to have like humanoid faces on the end of them that rush forward. They burst towards you. You manage to shield yourself somewhat with your temporal magic. However, you are hit hard enough to push you against the door, the outside rubble ruin of a wall. Unfortunately, the wall behind you cannot pass, and it is exploded outwards, as well as the door itself. Everything around you is launched backwards. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not be crushed by rubble.
Only a 12.
12.
Whoa, Alan, this is familiar.
It would have been a 19.
As you manage to shield yourself from the initial blast, the rubble begins to cave in, and you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as a large piece of the roof smacks down across your head.
Yes.
Unfortunately, rendering you unconscious as you fall down.
Yes.
Bleeding. The outside of the wall is blown out, so the rest of the party is able to definitely see where this is coming from. As you discover that about 200 feet away, as this wall explodes out, the rest of you kind of like spot as you see the hand of Tristan Varel very feebly reaching out of the rubble before he loses consciousness. Kezan walks on top of the debris on top of Trist, looks down at the man, wounded, bleeding, and he whispers in a diabolic tongue that you do not understand, Trist, a phrase, a line. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, Trist.
Well, only an 8.
8. All right. Let me pull this up real fast. Roll me another D100, please.
Oops, wait. No, 24.
24. Right, so now roll me a d10. This is perfect, I must add.
2.
2. He whispers into your ear. Your eyes begin to blister as the Eldritch truth reveals itself to you. Your eyes begin to heat up, boil, and burst from their sockets, and you have become permanently blind.
Wait, Trist was just
That sounds
permanently
metal.
blinded.
Yes, he was.
We can fix
Can
this.
greater
As-
restoration fix that?
You'll find out. As Kezan
God.
looks up, watches as the psychotic Velree is charging towards him.
Well,
He
Trist,
looks down.
I can
with
give you
the-
some tips. It's not
The
that
Eldritch
bad.
truth revealed to Trist. He looks towards the rest of you, and without even making any movement or motions, any spellcrafting motions, he instantly just appears to be wrapped in this blackish like cloud with these eyes and mouths and strange appendages as a rift shuttles him away. You are able to make it to Tristan Varel in time to stop him from dying, though at what cost? One of you are able to
What's that?
stabilize him, I'm assuming.
What's everyone's exhaustion at right now?
I'm still at 3.
4.
I'm at 2. What's Velree at? Is she at 2 or 1?
Velree's
just
at
like
1.
1. Okay.
Yeah, she's at 1.
Trist, I guess Trist would be at 5 now.
Trist just hit 5.
What's 5?
Speed is
It's
0.
Not death.
0.
You can't
Somebody's got to
Okay.
carry him.
He is
Okay.
Trist is not doing good at all. Razire, you have Spare the Dying, right?
I believe I do. Double. Let me check.
At a minimum, it's a cantrip. I'm pretty sure you have it. At a minimum, as soon as Razire gets close enough to you, you are stabilized, if not healed by somebody.
Oh yeah, spare the
Yeah,
die.
I've got healing potions, I think.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about you dying, but
Yes.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
let's see. I have resurrection, so surely we can
So
find a way to.
you got a little taste of what Kezan might be capable of.
It doesn't
I'm
look-
assuming the rest. I'm assuming the rest of the castle is like in the midst of.
Yeah, there's
Fighting.
still a firm battle going on. Oddly enough, as soon as Kezan leaves, you watch as similar portals begin to appear in various places around the ruin itself. The strange shimmer that was obscuring the rest of the environment, almost like a dome that had been cast over the city, begins to flicker and then just dissolve away, as if whatever barrier was in place is removed, as these inky black portals full of eyes and mouths, the realm of Yog-Sothoth is opened forth, and all of his minions are shunted elsewhere. As that happens, I will say it may be slightly concerning. It is nighttime. However, Trist can't see anything. He's blind.
Yes.
No, I won't say anything until you guys ask. So, you have Trist stabilized. You are still technically within the ruin. What is our current objective?
So the weirdness has gone away, but I've also opened a dimension door and let in a shambler.
Before, yes.
So teleportation, do we want to risk it, guys?
Where are you going to take us?
My assumption is that the shimmer is probably what was fucking up the
Yeah,
teleportations, but I don't know for sure. But
I'm thinking about the shamblers with teleportation. welcome that.
Are we close to any kind of like breach in the wall or anything?
There was, yes, there was one very close by. That's actually what you guys were moving towards.
Okay. I'm assuming then I guess if we're already close to the breach, maybe we'll just
at least get outside the
Velree-
ruin.
Yeah. Velree will grab Trist and
Easily
I'll
enough.
grab Zune and Zaire and I will try to hobble out the breach in the wall.
It's a good size chunk that would appear to be ruined during the initial siege of this town long ago. Probably made by like some kind of siege weapon. So easily, I mean, you could walk a regiment of troops through this hole. It's massive. You guys are able to easily make it outside of the city. The only the remnants of any kind of opposition are scattered, and it's like every man for itself at this point. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
The cultists appear to have disappeared entirely. What's left of the mercenaries and the Mar are in complete disarray after what you did and also after what happened.
Yeah.
As you make it outside of the wall, Velree will say, we can go find that dirty professor?
I don't think he's still waiting for us right now, Velree.
He said he would. I promised him a peek.
The 2 hours. And I don't know how many days it's been. I mean,
Well, if he wants it, he better be waiting.
He better be waiting.
I hope one day I have your confidence, Velree. This is next level right here. Trist, how you doing, buddy?
His eyes are like singed. Strangely enough, they look eerily similar to the wounds that Kezan Thunderstrike bears.
Doesn't look so bad. We could maybe have something done.
I assume they're just empty sockets right now. No one's.
They are.
Like,
They're empty. They're empty sockets. Trist is a broken and disturbed man right now. I will mention to you, Trist. You do. I believe you guys have in your possession the robe of eyes.
Well, that's true.
Yes.
That, if you remember correctly, that's what Kezan was wearing for the longest time, that allowed him to see without having eyes. So there is a way around this, if you choose to do so.
Yeah.
Might be a little creepy, but it's a thing.
I mean, I'm not too worried about the blindness right now. I think it's cool.
I think it's cool.
It's cool.
Do you have like a bag or anything?
A bag?
Velree will just tear
Perhaps.
some cloth off of her remnants of her dress, and you can tie
Just
it
put that
around
on his head.
Trist's head. Once you tie it around Trist's head, he looks even more like Kezan than he did previously. Strangely like him.
Guess it wouldn't hurt because they just like melted away.
No, there wasn't. There was just heat. No really pain. It just like the final image you have is the eldritch truth of whatever Kezan revealed to you was so disturbing that your literal eyes melted out of your body.
So, Trist, what kind of magic does this?
Was I healed or am I still sleeping?
I thought he was healed.
I'm assuming
Is he
somebody
asleep?
healed you.
Okay.
Thought you were.
You have a cleric as well as numerous healing.
I mean, no
potions.
one ever like said like, here's
I
7
would.
hit points.
Here. Let me make it happen.
I'm assuming we're moving. I guess
Yes.
towards the cave.
Yeah,
at
we're
least.
moving.
Okay.
The cave
Here's,
that you guys traveled from.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little healing word, Trist.
Rogar's a fairly good tracker between Rogar and Velree. Rogar being a very experienced hunter,
Have some 6 hit points, Trist.
able to so 6 points to Trist, able to backtrack your way towards the cave that you initially entered into the area in, despite however long of a change there has been. Yeah, okay, we'll get to that in a minute. All right. Are you guys stopping to rest at any point? Or are you just heading straight to this cave? Because you guys could have... Yeah, the cave, if you remember, the cave was about 2 hours or so away from the city.
Maybe once we're an hour out, we'll take at least a short rest.
Yeah. You kind of like hunker down, try to recollect yourselves. There will not be any intrusion, so you guys can give yourself a short rest. You spend basically an hour kind of like officially bandaging up Trist and many of your other wounds. Let me see what Velree's looking like. She's not. Velree's pretty messed up too. All of you guys are pretty messed up. I'm gonna go ahead and roll all of these for her. Damn! Velree's looking pretty good.
Nice.
She could still roll more though. Why not? Why not roll more? 6. One more. Boom. Velree's pretty much topped out after one short rest. She's almost back at full. She's just 4 short of a full hit points. How the rest of you guys doing?
Rogar's topped off now.
Rogar's topped off.
I rolled pretty good.
Rosaire's doing good. Trist is as good as he can be, I'm assuming.
That's true.
Don't forget you can use your arcane recovery, Trist. You can do it during a short rest. You can recover at your level. I don't know how many, but there's a certain number of spell slots you can recover.
I think we get a bonus heal too for Zune, I think. Being there, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you get the Solar Rest, right? What is it, a D8?
Let me check it out. One sec.
Did you play a Song of Rest?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
it's free. The bard can just do it every time you guys take a short rest.
1d10.
Okay, go and roll
that
it.
talked me all the way out.
Then 8. So everybody gets an extra 8 hit points. So
Yeah.
that will actually top Velree out too.
Ooh,
Extra 1d10 hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
All right. So
Thanks, Zoom. That song was lovely.
June kind of like takes.
It reminds me of the streets of home. The buskers out all day long, playing their tunes.
While we're resting, I was going to ask Trist if he wanted the robe of eyes to be put upon him.
Oh,
Okay.
Why not?
Pushes his hands away.
No. As you push it away, Trist, you hear, or it's almost like you're seen inside of your own mind.
it's like Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
It is very much like Ben Affleck's Daredevil. A lithe but somewhat strong-looking purplish humanoid female, wearing a mask, just a plain porcelain mask, walks through your mind's eye to where you're standing, Trist, places 2 hands on your shoulder behind you and whispers, "Oh, you might want that. It would help. Of course, I could help you as well if you'd like."
Take the robe, you bastard.
I'm gonna go through the whole montage of learning how to do things.
What if you don't learn?
She you feel, and it's almost like a it's an intrusion that you do not enjoy, Trist. Is like there's like another force pushing into you as the former pillar's consciousness slowly pulls away, letting her offer stand. Your short rest is had, and you like keeping a lookout for any incoming danger, begin to head back once again towards the cave that you had come through with Professor Gumshoe, the lovable individual that you didn't necessarily show a very good time to, but were able to somewhat smooth over a little jaunt through the dimensions. However, is anybody going to be scouting ahead, or are you guys just kind of all moving together?
Imagine Velree could.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the quickest right now.
She's pretty fast. Yeah.
Everyone else is at exhaustion level 2, half speed, at least.
So she will go ahead and it'll be just a flat roll because she has 1 point of exhaustion. She's going to make a stealth check. 24. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and have her make a... Yeah, this would be... Do I want to do passives or do I want to do active here? I'm going to do active. Okay, that's actually very good for her. All right. Velree is sneaking ahead of the rest of the group. I'm doing her kind of like stalky predator thing. She gets ahead of you, and she approaches the cave in advance. Of course, clinging to the ceiling like a spider. Scrambling quickly. Looking around, her like blood red eyes glowing in the darkness, and it is completely dark. It is nightfall. I forgot if I didn't mention that previously. It's nightfall. As she scrambles inwards, she notices that the cave is illuminated. And not just by the bioluminescent mushrooms that Theodius would collect, but by by what appears to be 12 black candles that are burning with a black flame. There is a eldritch symbol that has been painted on the ground, and there is the body of a Professor Gumshoe lying in the center of it, mangled, bloody, and broken. There is what appears to be in the little professor's hand, there appears to be a scroll in his clenched fist. Velree rolled very good on her investigation, even from the ceiling. She can see that it looks like he didn't die immediately, and it looks like he had penned something on the scroll before he died. Velree is going to leave the cave without disturbing anything, and then approach the rest of you and let you know what she saw.
So he was dead in the center of a circle? Is that what you're saying, right?
He appeared to be dead in the center of this eldritch pentagram with these burning black candles around the edge of it.
Different from the teleportation circle, right? It's not the same.
Not the same. Trist is blind.
That's what I was like. Shit is blind. Damn it.
Chris is blind. He can't give you any insight into anything happening.
I wish I had my piece. You know, my piece.
I know.
I could be the great detective now.
I know. I'm sorry. He's currently Trist is currently blind. Otherwise,
Please
he
wear
might
the
be able
robe.
to.
I mean, Zoom's familiar with magics.
Oh my god.
Are you guys going to enter the cave, or because Velree came out and just relayed this information to you?
Yeah. We can enter the cave, or we can make our way into the wilds.
I just want to teleport into the wilds. But I feel like we have to at least see what he wrote down. But I'm actually okay with just starting a new life somewhere else right now. No offense to anyone here, but I guess we really can't do that since the world is about to end. So, let's go into the cave.
I offered that up a couple sessions ago.
Shut up, Tris. No,
when I still had my sight.
With the eyes.
No one's telling you that you can't wear this robe that would allow you to see.
I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to go insane if I wear it.
Are you going to go insane if you wear this robe?
Because Anthony's gifts are always...
What?
There's always more to it.
Tristan, I don't seem to be in good shape.
I just can't see. And I can't walk.
Yes.
But my constitution is full.
Yes. You are healthy as ever.
My God.
Isn't he at half health anyway? You're at half health?
Yes. I'm at half health, but that health is full. It is at 46.
Impressive.
Why are we not just going back to where we came from?
Well, if you would put on the robe,
there's apparently some,
there's something we need you to see.
Zoom, you can see. You have eyes.
Okay, fine. I'll go look at it. Why not have my eyes explode as
Are
well?
all of you going into the cave, or is Zoom going by himself?
Please don't send me by myself.
We're all gonna go. I'm assuming we're gonna try to stealth poorly. As
yes.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to attempt some stealth rolls, go ahead. I'll let Velree stand. Her was very good. She was a very stealthy creature.
12 at disadvantage.
Yes.
Short rest didn't help Tristan.
Natural one.
I roll at disadvantage anyway, so
I know.
I'm being carried.
Ooh, that's a bad. I'm making all kind of noise.
Yeah. So
Tristan starts walking the wrong way.
Yeah.
I can't even walk.
He can't even walk.
That's true. You can't walk. That's true.
He can't walk anyway. He's just a sack of a man right now. He can't.
Just the wind going into his eyes. It's
I
like
will
he
say,
around.
and being blind would be okay for some classes, but for the wizard, it is like that's bad because most of your spells require sight.
They do. Require sight.
I mean, the vast majority of them require some kind of sight. So,
oh God,
just throwing it out there.
We're gonna make something work.
We're gonna make something work. All right. Okay. So with those rolls, it's pretty bad. He's trying to sneak down there. Velree's climbing across the ceiling. At some point, she just goes, "Fuck it!" And she just kind of drops down next to you. There's no point at this point. The candles are unchanged. They don't appear to have burned down any. It looks like they were lit at some point, and they just have not melted. So either this happened like moments ago, or these candles are not normal. Would be your first deduction.
Before we do anything, Tris, do you have the energy to cast any spells at this point?
I can give you... Hold, please.
Any spells that don't require your vision, Trist?
I have 3 first level slots, and then I use an arcane recovery to get 1 7th level.
I was wondering if there was any benefit in reaching out to anyone.
I can plane shift.
Do you not need to be able to see to do that?
It does,
not
but
that
I
one.
don't know what the seeing point is for. I mean, it says verbal, somatic, and material.
I think the spell. I think it's visual on like the area around you or something. Well, let me read it. Let me read it.
I think if I try to banish somebody with it, I have to be able to see him. But I think
That
if
for
we're
sure.
plane shifting, we have to like hold hands.
Okay. You can specify target in general terms.
Or a teleportation circle, if we know what one.
Alternative, you know the sigil sequence.
Well, that thing existence.
Yeah, I can try to teleport us places, but that dimension door was
Yeah,
not...
you don't need to be able to see for plane shift.
No, just if I try to banish somebody with it.
Yeah, that'd be the only time.
Well, God. So I guess knowledge arcana, right?
Is no one going to grab the scroll?
I want to try to figure out what I'm looking at before I touch anything.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. At disadvantage. Oh. Not good.
5. This is not your expert.
Eldritch magic.
These are not your expertise, Zoom. Trist was the Arcana guy. You know, he's the guy that normally looks at these kinds of things and deduces what's wrong with them. You know, something happened to this man. But
Edgar still has his ring in.
He does still has his intelligence. He does.
Well, Trist.
What is disadvantage? I only have +4.
It looks like there is a mangled body on top of something only you could possibly understand. I do have a rope here that gives you sight, if you would like to take it.
The last time I was whispered the Eldritch truth, my eyes are melted from my face. I don't want to wear a robe that whispers it to me constantly.
I mean, but you're already missing your eyes. It's not like you're going to melt more eyes. Just the robe's going to melt. Like, come on, just put the robe on. It'll be okay.
What if I lose my hearing?
Okay, we'll fix it. We'll find a way to fix this. There's always a way to fix things. Remember when I had my eye removed and they were able to just put it back in? I mean, there are ways. It's not like we're living in like... There are alternatives. Actually, Resire, you heal people. You know about healing. Is there a way to fix this? Or can we get a...
There are many ways to fix many things. I do not have the power right now, but we could find somebody in town, perhaps. I understand, Tristan. I would not want to wear that robe either, my friend, huh? You know? The Eldritch truth should not be known.
Resire, stop it. We need him to wear the robe.
Look, I am not trying to curse anyone's soul, huh? We all must answer for what we do at some point.
Okay, fine. I'm going to reach in. I'm going to grab this.
Can Rogar take a look before she does?
Please.
He does?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I mean, it's a disadvantage, but most likely okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, these are things I do regularly, and everybody's freaking out. No one wanted to touch them.
You're not sure, Rogar. At this point, Velree looks pissed off. She's about to just march in and do it herself when Zune's like, fine, I'll just do it. Zune, you cross the threshold. Candles.
Can I knock a candle over first?
You want to knock one over? Okay.
You kick one over?
You kick one over. It moves from where it was set. It falls over. It's still burning. It begins to roll away. Nothing happens.
Kick some dirt. Like, I want to kind of fuck up the circle real quick.
Okay. You begin to kind of like try to mess up the circle itself. Yeah. You kick up some dirt, kind of messing up a few of the different like pentagram-like lines.
Okay, now I'm gonna grab the thing in my hands.
Okay. You move forward. You grab a hold of the scroll. As you begin to pull, the body in the center. Immediately the head lolls back and screeches in your face. And we are going to go ahead and enter into a initiative here. So let me go ahead and get you guys to roll initiative, please. All of you.
I hate this world.
Man. All right, here we go. At disadvantage.
I rolled a 1. I should be lower.
There we go.
All right.
Keep critics.
So,
Poor
the individual in question, it appears that as Zune grabs a hold of the scroll and begins to pull it free, the once like smaller form of Professor Gumshoe begins to bulge and twist as his body extends and expands, as several appendages burst free of his back. Each of them have a mouth on the end of them, like a proboscis, like a almost like a sucker at the end of them. His torso lengthens, almost skeletal-like, almost like his spine lengthens, where his feet are just kind of like dangling at the bottom. And he is essentially a size larger than he was before, which puts him at normal size, because he was a small creature before. As it rips free, you watch as his eyes you realize are burnt out and vacant, just like Trist's are right now. But as it sits up, grabbing a hold of Zune's arm, you watch as several other eyes begin to open up on pieces of his flesh. His eyes begin to pock out of him, almost like a sickening rash. Many eyes begin to cascade down his arms and his flayed chest, where his clothes have been torn away by the rupturing skin and mutation that is setting in. Top of initiative is going to be Tristan Farrell.
Hell yeah.
Tristan, you're blind?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm assuming Velree's just kind of like set you nearby. You hear all of this happening, Trist. Is there anything you can or would like to do?
I mean, technically, well, first I would need someone to describe the situation to me and where the threat is coming from. Unless I can hear it with my
You probably hear me screaming
my
at
good
this
hearing.
point.
You do, in fact, hear Zune screaming.
Okay.
If you were attempting to lightning bolt somebody, Trist,
It's not lightning bolts.
Okay. What is it then?
I can do, technically I can't do chromatic orbs. It needs sight.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can hear things, roll with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can do a 7th level cone of cold. That does not require sight.
Let it roll, baby. Mostly because I can't wait for you to get some of your party members in the blast. But yes, I'm all for it if you want to attempt it.
That's the thing.
I'm going to say, with you being blind, there's no way that you don't get Zune in the blast with this.
Oh, of course.
Like the both of them are getting in it. There's no way. They're both getting in it. And you may or may not get one or maybe one more of your party members as well.
The others could probably survive. It's whether or not Zune can beat the con check. That's the problem.
Hey, well, that's up to you.
I'm not going to do it.
Try. Oh, okay.
Because if Zune drops to 0, he's frozen.
Freezes into a block of ice?
Yeah, to a block of ice. I'm not going to do it. I will essentially pass.
Okay. Trist is like, what's happening?
Describe it to me.
All right, that'll be for
pass.
Trist's turn. That'll bring me to the son of Rogar.
I guess I'll charge this thing.
Okay. Are you raging?
Yes, I will rage.
All right.
I will. And I will give my bonus to Velree. And Zoom.
Okay.
Actually, I'll give it to Resiah. Sorry, Zoom.
What does
And
that
then,
give me? Like a +2 to my.
I get you +2 to attack, and you can't be afraid.
Whoa! Yeah, boy.
But yeah, I will go in with my great axe.
All right.
And try to attack.
Give me some attack rolls. You going reckless?
I am gonna go reckless.
Grow up and master?
Go weapon master as well.
Yeah, let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. Ooh, I've not been rolling well. Whoa, 20.
20 will hit.
All right. So that will be 8 plus. I'm gonna roll. 8 plus 3, 11 plus 10.
21. 1 points of slashing damage as you cleave into the creature.
I'll do it again.
All right, give me your second attack roll, please.
Same thing.
22.
22.
Yeah, that will definitely hit.
And it will be. Oh, not good.
God,
Again,
another one.
21.
21 points of damage. 42 points of damage total. As Rogar just with his great axe just slicing into the mutant gumshoe, hacking into it. It is now the former Professor Gumshoe's turn. He begins to wail and cry out as the proboscis mouths begin to move. Oh man, I forgot about his reaction. Son of a bitch. I could have. It's too late now, but I should have done that. Okay. He is going to. He's going to use his multi-attack. His first attack will be against Zune with one of his proboscis. That is going to be a 23 to hit Zune. It's going to hit. Zune, you're going to take... Oh, that was a high roll. You're going to take 8 points of piercing damage. And you were considered grappled. Rogar, at advantage. A proboscis. That's going to be a... Well, because it was advantage, it's a 23. Once again, Rogar, you will take fucking nothing. 4 points of piercing damage, reduced to 2 because you're raging. And you are also grappled. And for his final attack, he will place a hand against Rogar's. He'll place one of his actual humanoid hands against Rogar's chest. He's going to use his arcane blast. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That will hit. Yeah.
That's going to be 24 points of radiant damage. Just burst into Rogar's chest. At the end of his turn, he will use his reaction to... because I didn't use it for anything else, I can use it for this instead. He uses his reaction to siphon life. It just automatically happens to creatures he has grappled. Both of you are going to take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And your wisdom scores are reduced by 3.
What the fuck?
Oops, I actually rolled it. Ignore that wisdom.
And he has you both grappled, so he regains 26 hit points.
Oh, nice.
My ability score is reduced by 3?
Yes. Your wisdom score is reduced by 3 temporarily.
Okay.
If your ability score hits 0, something really bad happens to you.
Yeah.
That's it for Gumshoe's turn. Razaya, it is your turn.
Oh my goodness. Let's find out what we can do, huh? This is a terrible situation. This guy seems like a huge jerk. Oof. All right. Let's see. Golly. Do I even have any room to do that? I do. Okay. Well, let's see. I'll start off by, let me just go ahead and do a guiding bolt.
Give me the guiding bolt.
You're going to get the guiding bolt, huh? Do I get the +2 to that? Even because it's an attack spell? Sweet. But it's a disadvantage because I'm busted.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Roll. All right, so 17 plus 2 is 19 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit. Mm-hmm.
Bam, 17 points of radiant damage.
Okay. As you glance out from probably about 10 feet away, you guys are relatively close.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, with Rogar and Zune being very close.
I point my scimitar at him, and then comes shooting out.
Yeah, the radiant energy like slices into him, marking a large gash across his chest that glows with divine radiance. Is that going to be it?
That is all, unless I need to use my reaction. Oh, well, hold on. Let me see what my bonus action can do. Oh, let's not call it just yet.
I think since you used a spell, you're not going to be able to do much.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
That's all right, though.
Good to go.
All right, that'll be for Razaya. That will bring me to Zune.
Velree, did Velree take a turn?
I should have used that. Velree's at the bottom of initiative.
Oh, that's surprising.
I know it's very unusual for her, but yes.
All right, then I'm going to use Mask of the Smiling One.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast an image. Gosh, I don't know how we're laid out. Behind people, away from this thing.
Yeah, away from the creature. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to switch spots with it.
You can do that.
Shit.
Yeah,
so I'm
do
doing that. And I think that's my entire turn, action and bonus.
Yes, it would be. It would be both. So you use it to basically slip out of the grapple, with it not needing to make a check to do so, as you're able to funnel yourself out of the way. Now, unfortunately, the image, the creature's tendril immediately pierces through it, and it can tell that it's fake. However, you are free of its
I just want to be clear.
And that's going to be it for Zune.
I think that's all I can do.
All right, that will bring me then to Velree. Velree, I think Velree has 1 rage left. She does. Velree roll bonus action rage, like she always does. And she is going to launch herself at the creature. Reckless, of course, because why not? First attack, really bad. That is actually going to miss. She's out of everything else.
15? Did she get a +2?
Yeah, that's still going to miss.
Still miss? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Second attack. That will hit with a 20 will hit. Third attack. 19 will hit. And a 27 will hit as well. So 3 out of 4. And so that's going to be 2d6 plus 30 with all of your stuff. 3d6, excuse me.
Yeah, 3d6 plus 30.
All right. 44 slashing damage to Professor Gumshoe. And for good measure, let me make sure she's got any left. She has one infectious fury left. She's
going to go ahead. Action, though?
No, it's when you hit a creature.
Oh, okay.
So anytime you hit, you can do it. She has one left. She'll use it now. He has to make a wisdom saving throw. The DC is a 17. What is his wisdom? It's not bad. But he's going to fail. So he'll take 2d12 psychic damage. It's going to be 11 psychic damage. He's not resistant, is he? No, he's not. An additional 11 psychic damage. Right, and that's it for Velree's turn. That will bring me up to the top of the round with Tristan Vrell.
Soon's left the melee, so I assume the barbarians. Rogar can definitely handle this.
It's just Rogar and Velree. Velree's in there
cold.
as well.
He's got cold resistances. Yeah, I mean,
here it comes.
It's coming. It's coming. Con save 18.
Okay.
60-foot cone. If I'm within range, if I was placed down within 60 feet.
We'll say so. Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Con save 18.
Save does get con as a save. Rolls a 10.
I rolled low. So it's 37 for the failures, half of the passed.
Okay. And then let me roll for Velree real fast. It's a 20, so she passes.
What's the con save?
18.
18.
Okay.
I passed too.
So you said 30 what? How much damage?
It was 37 if they
37.
failed, 18 for passing?
Yeah, it'd be 18. So Velree will take 18 points of cold damage. Rogar will take 9 points since he passed. Bastard. Manny's resistant. Velree gets hammered in the blast. She hisses at you afterwards. She's able to do so mostly because the mutant gumshoe is frozen solid, a block of ice. The proboscis tentacle that was attached to Rogar breaks off at its center, and Rogar, you're able to kind of like grab it and crush it off of your body at this point. It just falls away, the ice barely scathing the white-scaled flesh. As the creature just kind of like statuesque sits there in this almost parody of what he once was. You can almost see the man beneath the monster, even in its death. In its hand, you see the frozen over scroll. We're out of combat, just so you know. Yes.
Did we win? Are we still fighting?
Good job, Triz. You may not need your eyes after all.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah, exactly.
Velree smacks off some of the ice off of her shoulder, picks out some of the large spikes out of her shoulder.
I apologize for any friendly fire.
I'm gonna break off the hand that's holding the.
I mean, you easily do so. He's brittle at this point. You're just gonna break it off. With a minimal effort, you're able to break the fingers off, essentially, Rogar, to get at the actual scroll itself.
I guess we'll
I'm about to say it will need to be thawed if you don't want to shatter it. So take some time to unthaw it in some way. Triss can make flames in his hands if you tell him what to do. You just kind of put it near it, I guess. Yeah.
Hold it close.
You managed to unthaw the scroll as it unravels. You see it's written in a very neat and fine hand. And it says, You can either join me, or you will serve.
Mm.
And it is written to the White Scale Band.
Dictated, but not written. By,
Signed, one Kezan Thunderstrike.
Bastard.
Mm.
That's the same thing he told me before he took my eyes.
That bastard.
Tristan. Surely you can give up one of your rings. I mean, see, Tristan. Perhaps your elven chain.
That increases my armor class. I need it.
Let's face it, Tristan. You're still not the most armored individual. Surely you can part with one of them. Or sight.
Technically, the ring of +2 puts me at a 17 AC.
I guess that's technically true.
Mhm.
Well,
Why don't we discuss this once we get out
take
of
my
this?
hand, and I grab it.
Forsaken place.
I don't think Elven Chain requires attunement.
It doesn't. I have an attunement
Oh.
slot open, but you know.
Let's say he has an open slot. I'm almost positive
This
he's
is
got an open
madness.
slot.
Why doesn't somebody else wear the cloak first? You know.
Because we
Why
don't
don't
need
you
it.
let Why don't you let the Eldritch whisper to you first?
I mean,
I'm throwing
I got my
Rosara
sight.
is not about to put it
I've
on.
got blind sight for God's sakes.
Yeah, Rosara is not about to put on a cursed item like that.
Actually cursed.
It's
Like,
not
have we
cursed.
established
It's-
that it's
it's-
cursed?
It's not cursed. There is a
Eldritch.
possibility for bad.
There's a
news.
possibility.
Yeah.
It's Eldritch.
You can't look away is the issue. So if it was
Yeah.
something terrible to see, you wouldn't be able to look away. You're always looking. Like even
Yes.
when you're asleep, you know,
Yes,
Yeah.
you're always watching.
your eyes, you're always watching.
Yeah, you cannot avert your gaze.
It's a lot
What's
like having ADHD. You're just always on, you know?
Well, what's the worst that could happen, Tris? I mean, honestly. I mean, I'm not trying to be like condescending
That's
or
true. So why don't you put it on and find out?
I still have my eyes, but you don't have yours. You're not at risk of losing your eyes. Just put
But
it on.
But
so you
if we just this previous combat, I did kill the beast with no eyesight.
Where we're
Oh.
going, you don't need eyes.
It does make
I
a good
don't-
point.
I guess I don't need them.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
Rogar, Velree, Zaya, they couldn't kill it.
No, you make a great point,
Yeah,
Tris. So are you
yes.
going to find your way home from here by yourself? Or
Yes,
are you
I
going to
will.
need
I will
handled?
sit here for 8 hours, and then I will teleport myself.
Where are you going to teleport to exactly? And what are you going to do once you get there? Are you just going to stumble around until someone takes pity on you and takes you somewhere? I mean,
I will teleport to Old Man Tristan.
Are
Oh,
we,
man,
are
Tristan.
we sure? Are we sure that this teleportation circle is still viable? Clearly, Kezan was here.
I would not use this. Guys, I can still teleport us. I can teleport us to some of the circles I've been setting up. We don't have to use this. But
Perhaps we
which is
should move away from the cave then.
Yeah, let's get away from whatever this is. That energy. Chris, do you need someone to walk you, or are you good by yourself?
Yes.
Since you seem so confident that you don't need to be able to see.
I can crawl, but walking, if someone helps me walk, would be faster. As I do have 5 levels of exhaustion. One more, and I would probably die.
No, I don't even think you can crawl. My God.
Yeah, no, we have to carry you.
Can
He can't move.
My
He has
legs don't
movement at
work.
0.
You're basically like a limp doll.
Rogar's a more learned man these days. You know, can he make an Arcana check at disadvantage because I'm exhausted, or a History check, one of the two. I'm looking at like certain spellcraft scrolls, you know, that he might know a solution to young Tristan's problem.
Sure. Why not?
Can I bardic inspo him while he's doing that?
Do it, Bardic.
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Hey, yes, please. Take your Bardic Inspo. Add it to that.
Thank you. Because it was poor. That's a D10?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
it's
it's
a
a
D10.
D10.
12 yet? Oh,
I need high. I can't tell what it is. Ooh, 10, 17.
17.
Nice.
That's pretty damn high.
Thank you, sir.
There are certain spells that would allow you to gain extra types of vision. Let's see
isn't there
here.
one that lets you like regrow body parts?
There is a reanimation spell that can technically regrow body parts. Now, I will say, you don't know the particulars of how his eyes were removed. There's a
True.
good chance that they are not
It might
going
not
to
work.
be coming back by normal means.
I mean, if
Quickly.
Kezan could have done it, I'm sure he would have.
Well, I will say you do know
Yeah.
that Kezan is a very powerful wizard with lots of resources at his disposal, and he was unable to get his eyes back. So there might be
Apparently
more
he's got
to
different
it.
bodies, too.
Weird. That might have just been an aesthetic thing for him. I don't know.
In addition to that, you would know that there are other spells that can give you different types of vision. For instance, like True Sight would technically give you another type of vision. You could use a familiar to see through their eyes.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
When you get Waitley back.
Tristan, your cat. You had showed the ability to see through his eyes. Perhaps you can summon him and see with feline eyes.
I would need 11. No, I need 1 hour and 10 minutes.
I think we can give you that. And
We
while
can do
he's-
that.
While he's doing
Well,
that, can I get my spectral cat to come out and assess
Sure.
the situation for us? I think we need a little bit of
Summon Tindalos? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Sweet little kitty.
Okay. The
Snuggle and love
ghostly cat comes out. As he comes out, he kind of like shakes for a moment and he kind of stops. And he looks up towards the roof of the cave. And he looks back towards you, Zoom. And just kind of tilts his head.
Do you see something on the roof?
He just kind of like paws his head a little bit like this.
Kind of hand out like kind of an offering of if you want snuggles, I'll give them, but if you don't, I'm not going to force the issue.
Just kind of stares at you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to apologize to him. I'm so sorry. I lost you briefly. I got you back. I'm not going to let them take you from me again until you decide that you want to go on your own way. I can respect that. We've been through a lot lately, and I just wanted to know if you had any guidance or pearls of wisdom regarding our current situation. And I'm going to just word vomit our situation at him, all the way down to gesturing to Trist's eyeballs and
Okay.
the evil guy that really has it out for us, and the end of the world, and just everything that we know, and all of our missing shit.
Tindalos.
Maybe he has an idea.
Tindalos doesn't so much speak as he just kind of looks towards you. And
Big parent.
mentally, you hear a sharp voice. The stars are nearly right again. What once was will be again. It is inevitable.
Is there a way to come out on top for us?
If you could collect the many keys, and perhaps, just perhaps, turn the lock once more.
How do we get these keys? What do they look like?
He does a big stretch. The time is soon. And he will jump back into the loot.
Well, guys, I have learned the time is right. The stars have all aligned, or they're aligning, and
You all
Things will
feel
be
a tremor in the ground, similar to what you felt quite some time. You felt it almost daily at this point, like a mild earthquake.
we need to get keys. We need to get keys. I imagine that's what we've been accidentally stealing from the Mar just to piss them off. But the world's about to
Zoom.
end.
With this in mind,
Uh,
does anybody want to step outside the cave?
I'm assuming we were walking out the cave in general, but
At this point, you guys would be walking out of the cave now. I assume most of that happened in the cave, but you're walking outside the cave now after Trist is able to summon Whately. Do you have it just kind of have him perch on your shoulder, Trist?
Yeah, it seems the owl is the superior creature for this endeavor.
That's whatever you want to do.
So, also, I think the last time I summoned him, he was a bird and he was like shot
Okay.
by someone. So,
Yeah. So you summon him as a bird. He just kind of like perches on your shoulder, and you see through his eyes. So you're able to. I mean, you can't walk right now, but if you could, you can see through his. You can use his senses. So. But while that happens, with the warning in mind, Zune, you take a moment and you look up towards the sky. And it looks strange. The stars are quite literally moving, shifting. Almost like new constellations are forming, or perhaps old ones are revealing themselves once again. Even more strange is the ring that circles Drelora, Ember. It looks like parts of it are starting to clump together, and there are gaps in the ring itself, as if it's forming large pieces of something.
And pat Rogar, like, and just kind of.
I see. Well, we can't do anything about it now. Let us rest for a time, and we will try to tackle this new problem when we are healed.
What is the destination, my friends? Just out in the wilderness?
whatever Zoom takes us to.
Roger is down to camp in the wilderness for a month or two, if possible. But
No, I want to go back to the Elven City because they have that massive library and we could use that for research. Because we don't really know what these other keys are, but they have an expansive library. They have means of scrying. I mean, the main professor on scrying is now dead, but
Yes.
we're just not going to talk about that. We're not going to acknowledge that. God.
How are you guys going to get there?
Can we teleport? Are we allowed?
You
are
haven't
we
tried.
I'm so scared, but
You could try.
we can try it. Just get ready.
Okay. Who's going to be doing this?
Be casting the teleport.
Okay. Zoom.
And I'm trying
to take you to the circle.
to the circle in the Elven City.
Okay.
Unless someone objects.
You're talking the one in
That is
the
in the
sleeping
potion
tower?
shop. It's
Oh,
in
one
the potion shop.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, that was one that I set up.
Okay. All right. All of you gather hands. I mean, Trist I guess Triss technically doesn't have to gather a hand since he's on someone's shoulder right now. But the rest of you do, and you circle up. Azun begins to sing out the lyrics to the hymn of long travel, and as the spell begins to form, there's just a little bit of a tremor, as if there is something encroaching, but it doesn't quite push through. And within moments, you are transported to the Elven City, Silver Durai, in the potions shop of the Dark and Dreary. You appear amongst the remnants of a past fight, the blood dried, long dried at this point, the back room where you'd set up your circle being retidied as the owner has looked after the current predicament that has passed. And that's where we're going to take our first break.